Old man playing video games. Today we are going to upgrade our. Why is this not going over? Transition. There we go. All right. Sorry. We're going to upgrade our Skyblock to the newest Skybedrock to the newest version, and the first part of this is gonna be doing that. So we're gonna download it. Done. World import started. World import finished successfully. That would be this top one here. So let's go ahead and change the name of this. This is where is 1.23.0. So well, the normal. All right, and I want to, because I don't like making changes without testing it first. We're going to duplicate my stream world. So that's this one here, and we're going to exit out of Minecraft, and we're going to minimize this, and we're going to go into Mojang Minecraft worlds. So this one should be because I've renamed a couple of these. So this one should be 1.23.0. This is my stream, and this is the copy of my stream that I just made. So we're gonna do this. Copy these two. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna paste. Replace. So let's minimize that. Go back into Minecraft. Play. This is our copy. This is the one we just updated. So let's see if it has everything. So this is my world still. Let's grab the book. Wait. I don't have my headset on, so you guys are probably hearing some weird noises. All right, now all the sounds are in my headset. That was weird. I forgot to turn my headset on. All right, move that. History 1.23.0 with all the new stuff. And that's a big current version history. All right, so let's save and quit. Do a little file cleanup. So this is my current, so this one is not necessary anymore. Delete world. Let's rename this one. We'll just play. But I do want to get out. And I do want to get out. I'm going to go back to here, my Minecraft. So this one is the Skybedrock 1.23.0, and this one is my stream. So that way I'm keeping, I can go into the behavior packs, resource packs, and update it as I need it. I know which world I'm working on. And I've gotten rid of a whole bunch of old worlds. All right, so let's, actually, I need to change this from display capture to game capture. Let's play, transition. There we go. We're gonna jump over to my creative, which is now out of date, out of sync with my stream since I just updated that. But I did want to show some things that I'd worked on a little bit here. I designed the stairways going up, like this is the downstairs instead of going up the water. To go up the stairs, go up around this way, and you're up top. This is going off to the west. And then going to the south, which goes over the desert. This is, since this bridge is on the lower level, these stairs just go up to up here. So that is the stairwells that I've designed, and this is not the final. I'll probably end up making it out of better looking blocks than this. Also did a little test here where, and I'm not going to do it because it just took forever, arrow of weakness, which I actually did get from a parched. He dropped arrow of weakness, and I put it in there, put a button on here, and shot a zombie villager. And then fed him a golden apple and waited the time it took for him to turn into a villager. So the parched arrows of weakness shooting out of a dispenser that just gives the effect. So is a valid option for converting zombie villagers into villagers. So that's going to be that definitely does work. And in fact, hold on a second. I need to show, where was that arrow? Usage. Damage. Here it is. Let's switch back over to display capture, transition, and we're going to bring this over. A regular bow will damage, average damage is 8.5. Crossbow is a little bit more at 9.75, and coming out of a dispenser is 3.5. So that's why a dispenser probably is best, because it doesn't hurt the zombie villager, which is turning into the villager, quite as much. And but I'm trying to say, but using this with the mob grinder, which we're going to go into this, that shouldn't be in survival, that should be in creative. So, as this is what the inside looks like in here. As you know, the zombie villagers fall. Oh, go down. They're going to fall 20, 21, 22. Is I'm going to need to look at that a bit more. My only way out of here is up this way. The zombie villager is going to fall 20, 21, 22 to get down to 1 heart on most standard mob grinders, on my mob grinder. So it's using the dispenser will inflict 3.5 damage to it, thus killing the zombie villager. And I need to, where is it? I want to turn the lights on because I was going to show, who was it? Where's that? Heathen Wildcat. Kind of a look at how the mob grinder is set up. So let's. Where's my light switch? Oh, it's down here. That's right. But I think I need to go up. Okay, yeah, this is switched off. So everything's lit up in here. And everything's dead down there, except for this guy. So, oh, not that one. With this thing lit up, it's a lot easier to tell. These are the platforms, and this one is multi-platform, even though strays can only spawn on this top one because those are slabs, and above them is tinted glass. Strays can spawn over in this jagged peak section, which I made out of tuff because it's just, that's the section. In the desert area, glass and tinted glass with slabs. So oh god, I'm having a brain fart. Parched and husks can spawn on this platform. Now, and I added turtle eggs out here testing, hey, does that draw them out a little bit quicker? This second platform, which I have trapdoors on, same for this one, I have trapdoors on, and actually this entire one over here in the ocean all have trapdoors too, and that's simply because I was like, oh, I need more creepers than the farm was giving me by default. So I built as many creeper-only platforms as possible. There is a difference in the height, which I have learned was not necessary because the old wiki had this platform where the strays could only spawn between this Y level and that Y level, which is not true, or at least not true anymore. Or it might be true in Java, but it's not true in Bedrock, sort of thing. So this level did not need to be at 60, which is what it's at. And the reason that the desert level was at 58 is because I need to get out. So this way, nope, down, over, up. I need a better door. Because there's no quick way down. At least there we go. These are the spawn spheres. Oh, go up, up, up. Too far. Because from where I'm standing down there, you get all of this and all of this. And I had that, but I experimented by putting a dog to chase away, to scare the skeletons, and a cat to scare the creepers into running away and hopefully off the edge. Whereas because this had to, because I thought it had to, be at 60, it's a little bit further outside of the spawning sphere, the radius. So this whole platform doesn't spawn anything if I'm standing down there where that flag is at. Same for this little corner right here, because it is 2 blocks higher, where you go 2 blocks down at this level, and most of it is in there, or would be in there. And I know this is 3 blocks down, but that's about the same thing. And that is why they are at different levels. And yeah. Let's go down. Blank. Yep. So, turn the light off. So with the platform as I have it up there, which is up that way, right up there is pretty much the drop where the drop chute starts. Turn off the light. And I instituted this little circuit right here to eliminate when I'm at the edge of a edge of the redstone operating, like I'm 4 chunks away, 5 chunks away, and it messing up the redstone in half of the circuit, and this just stops. But by keeping this on, which I have it off because I'm just standing here because it's just loud, once I come back into range of this little timer circuit, it'll automatically just kick on. And if you're curious what that tone is, that is my alley sorter to strip out bows and fishing rods and crossbows and bows again and tridents and these things, snout banner patterns, which apparently is a piglin bartering item. Saddles, which is from fishing. Leather, milk buckets. I have had a milk bucket come through my chain before. And you see, I have filtered out 2 more. And allays are the only way to really do that. Yeah, and all of this circuit is just to filter out the and I set up this right here, because you have to use jukeboxes to reset the LAs anyways. And I have set the timer for them to basically be the 5-note melody from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So, do 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 do. All right, so, and then obviously everything around there is the giant sorting machine for 320 items, all of which are the redstone circuit for it is in range of this chunk, this chunk, this chunk, and this chunk. So the 4 chunks around this guy, all of the redstone that you see off in the distance, all of those sorters work perfectly fine because they are all within 4 chunks of where I'm standing. I could be standing right here, and 4 chunks that way, those red lights you see off in the distance, that's active. Now, I back up, they're now frozen. The redstone on those circuits back there is not working. It's not ticking at all. So it could mess up stuff moving around and being sorted properly. Obviously, passive bamboo farms, and there's several upstairs. There, including and sugar cane, and some over here. And I've built them up with circuits where they don't trigger each other. A lot more efficient that way. So, it's nighttime, so I turned on the lights up there. Nope. Let's walk home. So this is in the desert section. This is back over at my home base with the big giant farms. You can hear the mine carts underneath that are collecting all the drops. There's my pumpkin and melon over there, but we're going to go up to my house and sleep. Yeah. So yeah, this I made this out of marble up here. The reason it is at 121, my bed, and all these other things are at 121, is because we are above that yellow line. That yellow line is 64 above. We'll get there. $64 above. No, I need to go down one more. One of those beds. It is 64 above one of those beds, so it will not interfere with the placement and expandability of this village, the village boundary, and messing up where the iron... Oops, too far. The iron... let's just fly. Golem spawn, which is here. And cats, as you can see, that one down there is like, oh no! So, And also, I need to get rid of that. I never use that. Yeah. Anyways, oh hey Yasser, yeah. I know that Heathen Wildcat had mentioned that he's curious about the how the mob farm, and I just went into my old realm to not my saved world from the realm. I actually turned my realm off, save some money, save and quit, and we're gonna go to stream, and I'm gonna switch from display capture to game capture. Uh, All right, so we've upgraded, and really, just gonna stare at me like a creeper. All right, so I have updated my spreadsheet. We're gonna. So right now, for logs, still need 346, which is almost 5.5 stacks. And for stone, I still need 1,423, which is 22 stacks and a little more than 22 stacks. Plus all the cobblestone to get over to where I want to be. So this probably needs to be 24, maybe 25. I mean, I'm never going to go wrong with too much cobblestone. So turn that off. Transition back. I need cobblestone most of all. And dude, are you going to stare at me the entire day? Oh, I might have to get some out of that box. I do have to get some out of the box. I upgraded to the new version. That's the first thing I did when I started. Seamless. I did a display capture instead of game capture. So I showed all the steps. And then I went to my creative world and showed my stair design for getting from the top floor to the bottom floor that I'm going to work on. And then I went into my copy of my old realm to show off the ultimate design for the mob grinder in the location that it's going to be at. And it's a lot more fancy than I'm going to be at for a while. And then I was just flying around, or walking around the home base a little bit there. But now I'm over here, the main world. Oh, you are going to start beeping at me now, headset? What is it with these guys staring at me? Ugh. All right, hold on. I got to do this. All right. Hopefully it reconnecting my headset makes the beeping go away. This is like, yep, updated to the new version. And I did see in your notes about the piston placing blocks thing that you've done, and I saw that you added dirt to it. So pistons can place dirt. I like that because there's really not a good way to place dirt for different machines. Like the only way that I've seen an automatic way to place dirt is it's in some really big machines for it's a lava and water to create stone. moss and bone meal to turn the stone into moss. And on the ones that produce acacia bushes, not acacia, azalea, bone mealing that azalea to an azalea full grown tree changes the moss to rooted dirt. And then that's where you get the dirt, because that dirt you can do something with. Yeah. So that's the only way I've ever seen of a machine that can place dirt. So your Logistex, I'm going to have to figure out the best way to say that. Get it into my nomenclature. Oh, it's nighttime. Let's go to bed. Jesus, they're multiplying. So yeah, your Logistech's add-on thing, I see with it being able to add dirt now, place dirt. I see it as a shortcut in a machine that can create stone bricks. No, not stone bricks. Bricks. It can create clay, which can be turned into terracotta, which can be turned into glazed terracotta. It's a way to get around the whole generate stone, turn into moss. Leather worker zombie villagers can fill and empty cauldrons. What purpose is that for? Oh, that automates that whole process. Because that's how you create. What? I forget what it was. What it is now. The skull. It's deep slate. Duh. Um, okay. Now, a leather worker zombie villager, you pretty much just have to have luck for that to spawn, right? You can't turn a zombie villager into a leather worker. I don't think you can. I mean, a villager, yes, but a zombie villager, I mean, they want to eat your brain, not go to work. That's true. Well, I'm not on hard mode. I think I'm on normal. So I think it's like a 50 chance. The other 50 is the zombie, the villager dies. So, but on hard mode, it's a 100% chance. True. Is it part of the zombie villager mechanics that if they're holding Skulk, drop it in the cauldron? And I'm trying to remember, because I tested it a while back. Um, can a hopper pull out of a cauldron? Where's my... Nope, not that. Um, Not this one. It doesn't look like a hopper can pull out of a cauldron, though. So I'd have to be in creative mode to do any testing because I remember doing it. I just don't remember. I remember you had to put it in, which putting something in a cauldron. Okay, let's switch back to game transition. %10 chance to consume I didn't know lava had layers, so that's weird. Can you use a glass bottle on a lava cauldron? If the zombie villager can put the skulk in, it can only put in one at a time. You have to, and if the player's there, the player can obviously it'll pop out to him. I'll have to play with that. I'll have to play with that mechanic. I thought there was some changes to. No. Okay, I see. I saw the change to that, and there was another one somewhere. I'm just trying to think how to get the deep slate out of the cauldron, other than just standing there. Okay, as an item floating there, I imagine. Does oh the, okay, that's yeah. So if you put the hopper on the opposite side and it spawns, the hopper pulls it in. Okay, that makes sense. That automates it. Yet another ingredient. You don't have your friends with you. So you die! Oops. No. Oh, I hear you had to rewrite some code for the zombie villager, the leather worker specifically. I've watched a couple of videos on villager mechanics and the rules they follow. There's like four different types of rules, and it goes through each one step by step, depending on time of day and stuff like that. So I imagine that the zombie villager rules are probably not quite as complicated as a villager, but still, it's above my pay grade. All right, nighttime. I'll start a zoo of nothing but llamas. Again. You suck. One day. One day. See, stuff well above my pay grade. I wouldn't even know where to begin programming that stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't even. Yeah, I haven't done hardly any unless you count Excel formulas, spreadsheet formulas. I haven't messed with much of programming in 20 years. So even then, it was very self taught. At least I'm self taught on everything. Hell, 25 years. God, I'm old. I am the old man that plays video games. I'll be 50 this year. Let's see, 22 stacks, and I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. So I didn't even notice that. For the roof, to make the necessary slabs and buttons. Slabs, so all of the platforms are considered sky access. Because if I use full blocks, then they won't be sky access. And buttons to because I have to use top slabs in several places to make those unspawnable. Yeah, it's just the roof of the whole thing. It's 50 by 50. So, well, I can't get the lightning rods until I'm done. So there's that. And I'm using the wood for the ceiling of the platform because it has a ceiling at 2.5, and then it has a roof at 8 above the platform, the spawning platforms, which all that is 3 above the water platform, which that just goes down by 6 down by 1, 6 down by 1, 6 down by 1 to the chute. Oops. I don't like building too many things out in the open out of wood because of the lightning. Because, lightning storm, I mean, AFK and lightning storm hits, the place is gone. And since you can't make snow slabs, I gotta use something else. You can make. Oh, you got to make them out of stone. All right. Well, that just means Um, buttons. Buttons total 1,898. Right? Because I need to go back and look at one of my later live streams from a couple months ago. I explained in there why I use top slabs instead of bottom slabs in a lot of places. Huh. Because you're right. I mean, that's 29 stacks smelted. So that's 3 stacks of charcoal. which to be fair though, well, you're new. I have 3 stacks of charcoal as it is, so that ain't too bad. Close enough. Look, you're on the outside. Whee! They're all waiting for their buddy who's never coming back. Damn you. Damn you. Speaking of wood, I do need to get some. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. So that's a stack and a half. Okay. Why do you guys gotta hang out up here in my field? Button on top slabs make the surface mob spawns below them instead of right, because I want them to spawn on my platform, which is further down. I'm fine with that. I just don't want them to spawn on the roof or on the ceiling, which are two. And the ceiling is only there to prevent Enderman from spawning. It's its only purpose. I would do that with glass, though. No, I would do that with trapdoors, but trapdoors are a lot more expensive than a slab and a button. Like a lot more expensive. Like quadruple, I believe. But yeah, getting the intended mobs to spawn underneath, that's what I want it to do. Because that's the environment that I control. Oh, that would explain why they're always constantly going up there. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, the end result, and I'm at 59 minutes, so that's probably going to be it for the day. The end result is this corner over here is going to have like 8 trees, like it has now. This corner is going to have 8 trees, and there could be one's going to be jungle, one's going to be spruce, and then this corner I'm going to move the water, my infinite water well to somewhere else, probably downstairs, and I want to move my crop farm, wheat farm, which eventually once I have potatoes and carrots, probably going to move that downstairs as well. So over here will be oak trees once I get them, and over here will be birch trees once I get them. And that's just because the single the single spruce, the single jungle, the oak, and the birch are all the straight up trees. They're not like the cherry tree, which goes off in all sorts of different directions, the acacia tree that goes off in different directions, the mangrove, which is its own beast, and either of the pale oak or dark oak trees are their own variety as well. So, but for the central hub of these 4, I want the 4 staple trees as my ambiance, my decoration. Whereas this platform is not the be all and end all of what the central platform is going to look like. I'm going to be expanding this out further. This is just my starter platform. And outside of that is going to be the other tree varieties. Branches are. I haven't tested that. I would like to see how that does work. But I've not bridged out to the cherry tree or the acacia tree yet to see, because I imagine. Well, we can test that. And 1 hour. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. Oops. So we got a little zigzag pattern going up. So that took the top one. Okay, I see. It pathfinds. Now, what about where the cherry tree kind of branches off in two different directions? Let's see how that works. So, bam, bam. One there, one there. So it took one from that side. So it picks a side and pulls from. That was weird. Is it supposed to do that? Because it didn't. So if the branch is facing east, does it have. Oops. Whoa, that. Where's it taking it from? That was weird. It was like pulling it up. So if we cut the bottom one, it took the east branch. Then it took the south branch. Then it took the middle and left the north and west branch. Then it took the north branch. Then it took the west branch. Interesting. Interesting. All right, I got a minute. I did summon this guy. Get him away! I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Let's make some money. Not totally useless. Oh, I'm out of hay. Well, hay. That's right. Home. He's selling oak wood. I don't. Yeah. But I want an oak sapling. And who knew that oak sapling farming involves so many axes? I see you. Oh, my axe broke. I'm gonna bludgeon you to death, llama. Who knew that took forever? All right. I am going to call it a session at least. I'm going to go get some dinner and some more to drink for tonight, and I might come back. I should keep track of how many axes it takes. I don't know what just died. Was a llama up here that suffocated in a tree? Maybe it was downstairs, but unless it went up and did one of y'all drown down here? Because that's the only way I can think that a llama just died. Huh. Weird. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some dinner and might be back later today. This episode is gonna one this afternoon was my last one that I had, so this is the episode that's gonna be for tomorrow, and that way you catch the beginning part of it. All right. Old man playing video games for everyone else out there that might watch this in the future. See y'all.